Hello, and welcome to Healthy Habits, where things are seldom perfect, but I am still making progress. I am learning to replace old habits with new, healthier ones. I hope that you can find something useful or inspiring in the things that I share here, or at least leave with a smile. So, today I was working on a garden path, and I am not using anything like cement or anything like that, no concrete, just going to make a natural path using the soil that I have here. I'm not even buying any soil, just using the soil I have in the yard. I'm using stones, and that's it. So you see me here pulling up um, cardboard. So instead of using chemicals or something that would that's bad for the environment and my soil, I have laid down cardboard with stones on top of it to suppress the weeds. It's not going to totally get all of them, but it really is the best way to go. You can see that I'm just making a pile over there. Um, and that's like a little waste pile for now. And so now, as I'm pulling them up, there's mostly just soil there. There's still going to be some weeds and things that I will have to get out, but it is mostly barren. Cardboard is one of the easiest things to get a hold of. You get packages all the time. Maybe where you work, things come in that come in boxes, and you can save those. Just pull the tape off, and you've got yourself some weed suppressant for free. If you're going to use cardboard, you're going to want to lay the cardboard down and wait. Okay, it's going to take time because you want it to suppress the weeds. So, the longer the better. When your cardboard starts to be breaking down a good bit, then it's time to pull it up. Which you can see my cardboard is very well worn by the insects. So it's time to pull it up and finish this path. As I'm pulling it up, I'm looking for any roots or weeds that I can pull out by hand. If there's worms, I want to move them, and little frogs, they have to get moved to another location. I'm also just stacking my stones. You want something heavy on top of the cardboard, especially where I am because the wind, goodness. So something heavy to hold it down to keep it in place. So now I'm just using my hoe to kind of break up the soil and loosen up any roots or weeds and such that are there, grass, that need to come up before I lay my stones. Now I'm going to get my shovel and I'm going to put the loose dirt into my wheelbarrow, and I'm going to dig kind of like a trench along here in order to lay the stones out. So I just continued on in this fashion, hoeing and shoveling until I got to the end. And there were some stubborn roots in there that I had to get um, my hedge clippers out and chop those up a bit before I could pull them out. But other than that, it was pretty easy going since the cardboard had been down there and most of the weeds were suppressed. Okay, so now all the cardboard is up, the trench is dug. I have the extra dirt in my wheelbarrow to fill in as I place the stones. And all the cardboard for now is in this pile, and it will sit there until fall and break down some more, and then it will be relocated over here next to the hay bale, and that spot will become uh, wildflowers and other things. So after I was done digging the trench, I took a little break and went inside to get something to eat and to allow the soil to settle and the bugs and insects to find a new home, toads to relocate, worms, etc. Um, Birds come find some little snacks to eat. So now the next step is I'm going to take the rake and kind of uh, knock down the excess soil that's on the edges and kind of level out the bottom. This is where some folks might get out a level and, make it all even. But I don't really care about that. So now I'm just putting the stones, laying them out the way that I think I want them. Like I'm picking out the ones that I like the best. Maybe they've got odd shapes, and then trying to space them out to where I would step. So I will walk this path several times and adjust it several times. I think I did it about 4 or 5 times before I got it the way that I actually wanted it. But what I like about these stones is that no stone is the same. And so it's a very unique path. It's not something anyone else has. And it looks more natural, I guess. I don't know. One of the tiny toads who got displaced today. Sorry, buddy. Apparently, as I was shoveling and patting down the path, I was not recording. Who knows? Anyway, at the end here, I am just finishing up, adding dirt, trying to make them as level as possible so that you're not tripping on a stone as you walk down the path. I follow the same procedure for all the stones, shoveling some dirt in, patting it down as much as I can in between the stones and around the stones, so that they don't rock and move. So next I'm going to get the hose out and um, wash off some of the water off the top of the stones and wet down the path a bit to compact that soil a little bit more. Next, I'm going to sprinkle clover seeds all over the path in between the stones. This way, hopefully, it will grow clover in there and not just a bunch of weeds. But I want it to be a natural path where things are growing in between the stones. Now I'm going to water one more time. This is for the seeds themselves. They need to go to watering anytime you plant new seeds of any kind. You need to make sure you're watering them in. And I will continue to water these daily um, for the next couple of weeks to ensure that the seeds get good germination. So here's the path so far. The old part, the beginning, needs a good weed eating, but you can see how the grass and clover has filled in around it. And then as we come around to the raspberries and blackberries, you'll see it's a little bit not as overgrown. None of the stones are the same. The path is not straight. Um, it's just very interesting to me, I think. I just like the way that it looks. We're coming up on the new part now that will connect to the grapevine, which would be the next project. And I'm gonna do the same thing underneath there and put a couple chairs and then continue the path on past it.